Are we back now? Can y'all hear me now, man? Reporting live from the booth. Y'all can finally hear me. Oh my gosh, that was like torture. Apologize for the technical difficulties. They trying to silence the Stream King, but that don't work. We still find a way. We still come back. And I'm back. Yeah. I don't know what. I don't know. YouTube been bugging. I don't know what that was. And see, this is the thing. I just did a stream earlier on the Terrence Crawford versus Amir Khan call. And I haven't changed any settings. I haven't touched anything. So I know for a fact it wasn't me. I know it wasn't like a mishap on my point. YouTube trying to silence the kid or whoever, Dazn or somebody. But we going to talk about what we got to talk about. You know, they trying to jam the system up or something. I don't know what that was. But if you guys could smash the like button. We had a lot of people that were here. Unfortunately, they left because of technical difficulties. And we back in this bit. I said we back up in this bit. Prophet said we could hear. We got that sound. Hold on. Hold on. Man, we run into all types of problems. We only have 8 people in here. If you in here, say here. Because I don't believe that. It says there's 8 people in here. See, that's what I'm saying. YouTube is bugging right now. We about to... Oh, my gosh. If you here, just put here. I'm going to count. All right, Robbie Carter, Tyler, that's 2. Vidal Pierce, that's 3. Prophet, 4. L, 5. Franco, 6. Hexpert, 7. Mir, 8. Emilio, here for that boxing gospel, 9. And they saying, man, YouTube be lying. That's what I'm saying, bro. I know I just started, but they be lying. Keep going. Put here. If not on my end. On my end, it says there's 13 people in here. They just be guessing the number, like, you know, like the Zone subscriber count. We don't know the real number. Which leads me to what we're talking about. Let me warm up the mic. We got to get some more people in here. The Stream King has returned. We're going to talk about Bob Arum. He went scorched earth. Bob Arum, he take a shot. Booker. Oh, my. Do. Bob Arum taking shots at Eddie Hearn. So we got to talk about it. I tried it. Anthony Joshua, he needs to fight a ESPN. Like, oh, my gosh, we're going to talk about it. The Zone, you got to do something, baby. Hey, nigga, everybody listening, man. Hey, Dazn, you gotta do something. John Skipper, all them niggas. Hey, Dazn, you gotta do something, baby. Something special. You know, let's warm up the mic. New media. I told you we killing. This is what I do. We gonna see if old media can catch up to what I'm doing. We doing legendary shit. We just having fun with the game. I promise you, new media. Y'all said Deontay Wilder made the wrong decision. We're going to talk about it. We're going to hear what somebody who has nothing to do with the career of Deontay Wilder has to say about it. And, you know, I'm going to give you my thoughts as always. New media. Let's get it. Let me warm up the mic. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Let's do the Boxingego roll call. Hey. It must be the facts that got them like that. If it didn't get you. Oh, my God. We about to hit with that new. Hold on. We about to hit it with that new media. We about to do the remix. Well, they gonna be so mad at us this year. New media. Yeah. It must be the facts that got them like that. If it get any realer, man, the rule gon' have to get at her. And our situation won't matter. I come and make you smile in the freakiest manner. J to the L-O, hello. No, I'm not Lee Harvey Oswald. I'm the rule, the shot caught off the wall like MJ in his early day. Oh my gosh. It must be new media. They got him like that. If it get any better. Then he gon' have to get at her. And our situation won't matter. Hey, the DMV up in the building. H-Town, let's get it. Bells Australia, always holding it down. Salute. Smash the fucking like button. The real is back. We too real. We just gonna have some fun with it. Hey, this shit was a slap back in the day. Shout out to Australia. They be holding me down. The crazy. The zone is crazy. La da da da. Hey, we gotta talk about it. Bob Arum. Hey. Top ranked ESPN Plus, Dazn, PBC. We gonna talk about it. On my channel, we gonna talk about it. I don't know. I can't speak for anybody else, but on my channel, we talk about the hottest things, what's going on. Daly City, Bay Area shit. Shout out to Diego 650. You know that. You know. Shout out to San Bruno. Shout out to Daly City, Frisco. Frisco definitely in the house. Dallas, Texas. Yo, y'all gotta smash the like button. Let me know where y'all at. We not playing. I'm just warming up the mic. I promise you. We gotta talk about these quotables from Mr. Arum. You know, OG Bobby Arum. Hey, yeah. Try to tell her. We gotta say it like Drake. I tried to tell him one time. Yeah. The zone. All right. New media. This shit cool, but I want something else. This shit cool, but I want something else. Man, I need a certain beat. I'm selected. I like certain beats. Certain beats just hit you. I hate when they be like, oh, J. Cole type beat, and then I hear it and the beat trash. I'm like, J. Cole wasn't getting on that. And I hate the beats that be taking too long to get to the point. Shout out to Watsonville. Yeah. This is cool. This is cool. I said started from the bottom, now we here. New media, we coming and it's gonna be a year. Started from the bottom. This is cool. I don't know, man. These beats, hey, this why I gotta always go back to my old school shit, bro. Cause certain beats just they're not hitting, man. I need some classic, bro. Can I get some classic? I don't know these new beats, man. I need some classic, bro. To really warm up the mic and get, I don't know, man. I just need some classic. Like this. Yo. Check 1, check 2. Yeah, this that new media. Yeah, this that new media shit. Hold on. Oh shit. I gotta turn that off. That shit sound like a copyright. They got Biggie all on the vocals and Biggie left Biggie ad-libs on it. Oh, that's real like Puffy. Can we get the Oh my gosh, I can't have that copyright. I heard Banks kill this. Lloyd Banks killed this. He was like, yeah. Long as I'm here, I'm going to grab checks and make my cash stretch longer than giraffe necks. He was killing. I forgot what he said on this. Every season is among us, the realest. He said, I'm expecting an IFL TV interview of Eddie Hearn bashing Arum this weekend. Yeah, you know what? Let me jump into it because, you know, I forgot that we had the technical difficulties. So people just been waiting to hear the conversation. All right, let's get to it. If you're in here, smash the like button. We working. New media. Bob Arum did an interview with World Boxing News. I made a video about it, link in the description of that video. Go check it out. And I want to read some quotes. Jump right into it. Bob Arum says, you have to understand what's happening now. Eddie Hearn has put Anthony Joshua in the position in which, because of his ties to Dazn, which isn't involved in pay-per-view, but has streaming networks, he has isolated him. right? He goes on to say, Eddie Hearn has really isolated Joshua. The only way Anthony Joshua can now fight is on DAZN. Therefore, the amounts paid are really artificial because it's just a company like DAZN just throwing money at it. Oof. Bob Arum, OG Bobby Arum not playing. Smash the like button. On the other hand, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury will end up fighting on pay-per-view. Any other pay-per-view fight in the future for either Wilder or Fury, it's the public that'll be deciding how to support the fight by paying the fee. Anthony Joshua is completely isolated because he has, in effect, been captured and rolled into this DAZN arrangement. This, frankly, inhibits his ability to make major fights and his ability to really become a factor. He's fighting in the United States against Miller, but it's on DAZN. Nobody has DAZN, says Bob Arum. He goes on to say if AJ decides to, quote, wake up, I think Joshua has been used. Joshua and his people should wake up and really join the world. He should finish up his contract with Eddie Hearn and join us, whether it's Top Rank, ESPN, or PBC, to join us and join the fun. It makes no sense staying with DAZN. It makes no sense to deprive him of pay-per-view. If he fights in the UK, he can't turn that into pay-per-view dollars in the United States because of the time difference. He's fighting in the evening primetime in the UK, and that's the afternoon in the States, in the United States. You can't do a pay-per-view and make it work in the United States on a Saturday afternoon. Joshua, listen to this, people. Bob Arum says Joshua is really in a bad position here because of his ties with Eddie Hearn and his commitment to DAZN, concluded the longtime promoter Arum. Whoa. Do. Shots fired. Let's talk about that. He said a lot. Hope you guys were able to keep up. I told you we're not playing. We got to keep up, you know, and let's unpack this. I'm going to give you my thoughts. I don't always agree with everything Bob Arum said. I don't always agree with anybody except for myself. But he's right here, in my opinion. He's right here. Joshua is isolated. Joshua, it is that. Joshua is in a world or island of his own, being with DAZN. Bars. Let's analyze this. He said, bro, I thought Hearn and Arum were cool. Now we have a triple threat, Heyman versus Hearn to Arum. Ain't nobody cool in no business. You know, I mean, you could be cool. Like, I'm not just saying this. I'm just being honest. Let's say 3 people have a YouTube channel and we all got the same footage, you know, an interview with Joshua or some shit. They're going to rush to their channel and try to put it up and try to maximize the views and hope they do better than my channel or the other channel or the next. So, you know, this is business. You got to learn how to separate business. I'm out here hustling for my brand, you know. It's not my job to make it easier for another channel. So this is business. I got people that I'm cool with, you know, that have my number, shit like that. But, you know, I also have to work and make my business profitable. I don't want to go out of business, you know, because I'm cool with somebody. So, like Nino, I told you I'm Nino Brown. It's always business. It's never nothing personal. So I don't, all that he's cool with him. I mean, Bob Arum has said disparaging things against Al Heyman and Oscar De La Hoya. So, you know, Oscar used to be his fighter. You know, Bob Arum said disparaging things against Mikey Garcia, who used to be his fighter. All's fair in love and war. This is business. Ain't no friends like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, you're not gonna risk. Nobody is Mother Teresa out here. They're gonna risk the profitability or their business, you know, becoming extinct, trying to help the next person like that. The last video was Ego's breathing video. He told you it was coming. Hey, you tripping. No, that was YouTube messing up with the audio because I didn't even change anything and we back with regular audio. Let's break it down, y'all. Smash the like button. The real is back. You know, the bottom line is this. I agree with Bob Arum for a lot of the reasons he said. And coincidentally, a lot of things he said, I told you that before he even said that. You got to look at it. Joshua, see, you have expectations versus reality. That's what we're dealing with here. I really think you can't knock them for trying to innovate, but I think Dazn, their expectation was quite different from the reality. Like AJ says, reality. The Dazn came out like, oh, we're gonna innovate. You know, HBO boxing just got out the picture. We're going to try to steal some of the fighters that were on there. Not steal like that, but, acquire some of the fighters that were on HBO. That's one major boxing entity that's no longer even in boxing. So we can trap and capture all their shares. And they're going to go on and, produce shows, Boardwalk Empire or whatever, Game of Thrones or whatever they're doing. And we're going to capitalize. So the idea is cool, and we're going to pitch it as pay-per-view is dead. Haha, for $10 a month, guys. $10 a month, we can do this. But the funny thing is, it reminds me of like growing up, my dad. My dad is really smart. My dad is really handy. And, he used to be a mechanic on airplanes in the military, and then also an auto mechanic. He's very smart, knows how to put things together. And like, let's say I get to let's say 16. And I bought something from IKEA, and, let's say I don't want to read the instruction manual. See, I told you I'm the king of analogies. This is what I do. This shit just comes natural to me. Shout out to Compton, CPT Hub City. I see y'all, California. We all won in this state. So let's say I'm 16, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm coming to my own, become my own man. I bought something like a desk from IKEA, right? And my dad's there and like, putting it together, don't want to read the manual. And then like, let's say my dad's putting it together, right? And then he gets stumped on a part, doesn't, pull out the manual, whatever, gets stumped, like, where's this screw go? Or, how do I feed this particular pole in and then fasten it? And then me just coming up, watching that, seeing like, what's wrong? Oh, he's like, I'm just trying to figure this out, right? And me, I'm thinking I'm some big bad shit and gonna just easily come in and assemble this part or fix this puzzle, whatever this, this potential, this temporary detour, as he's assembling it. He's been building everything, and he gets to one part. I come in thinking like, oh, okay, let me show you. I'll show you how to put it in. And he's like, nah, I already tried that. No, it's not. That's not how you do it. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, man, just give me the wrench. Give me the wrench. Like my shooters. Give me the wrench. Give me the screwdriver. I take the screwdriver, and little do I know, I'm trying to do something and attempt to fix the problem and solve the problem, but he's already tried that. You get what I'm saying? And that's not the solution to how you assemble this. You guys get what I'm saying? That's kind of what I feel happened here with Dazn. The initial concept, it sounds good. The business model sounds like appealing. I mean, what boxing fan wouldn't want to save money? But it's easier said than done. Easy work, and that's what happens oftentimes in life. Somebody always, can come up, this is what you do, and someone's like, oh, just do it this way, even in boxing, your coach could say like, man, just slip on the jab and hit him with that, but it's not as easy as you look when you get in that motherfucker, Like Robert Garcia is a professional fighter himself, 2-time world champion. He could tell Mikey Garcia whatever he wants. It could be, he thinks this is gonna work, but Mikey's the one in there and living it with Errol Spence. You feel me? So yeah, Robert could see what he sees and try his best to coach his brother through it. But Mikey's the one taking the punches and in there right at that particular moment. So it might not be what you think it is. That's kind of what it reminds me of that Dazn is plagued with currently. They thought they were going to just come in and take over the U.S. because it, like I said, it sounds good. Who wants to spend more money than they have to on pay-per-views or whatever? So yeah, of course, $10 a month sounds better than paying $100 per pay-per-view or $75 or whatever the fuck it is. But as they see, it's more than meets the eye. It's not just like that simple. You got to get American stars. You got to get American stars, or not American only, but people who the American populace is familiar with. Like, even like if they're from other places like Lomachenko, like Triple G, Kovalev, they're not from America. Pacquiao, they're not from America, but they are people are familiar. American boxing fans are familiar with them. So you have to get people who aren't contracted, and and if you can't do that, and you can't do that in a timely manner, then this whole Dazn thing is bound to kind of implode. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of bound to implode just because what Bob Arum is saying is you lean on the fans for a fight, hopefully that's, pay-per-view worthy, and then they'll spend for it if they like it. And then that's what helps to supplement the salaries, to compensate the fighters, to make the event worth it in order to have a successful event. That's what he's talking about with Joshua. So Joshua Miller, they have to hope that the visibility or that particular fight is a success and it generates a certain amount of subscription base to hit certain trends and benchmarks to the point where it's justified paying Joshua whatever they're giving him. If they're giving Joshua $25 million, hypothetically, because he has all the belts except for the one Wilder has, you already, you're deducting $25 or $25 million from your bottom line, and you have no pay-per-view to supplement that. So the thing with pay-per-view, and I'm not trying to sound like a businessman here, because I'm a boxing fan. My mom used to be real big with the coupons and being frugal and stuff. So of course we all like savings, but the thing is, the reality is, Dazn came in right now at a time where pay-per-view is still kind of necessary for bigger fights, because that's how these fighters get paid. You couldn't put Broner Pacquiao on Showtime. I mean, you could, but that would be more of a charity move for Showtime. Yes, it would do, $1.4 million, but then would you really justify giving Pacquiao $20 million, $12 million, giving Broner $8 million or whatever the fuck you paid him, But versus on pay-per-view, that's $75 a pop. Then you sell, and then it's not like they selling 100 pay-per-views. They selling 350 to 450. So now it becomes more sustainable. Shout out to M. Joseph, $5 super chat. Appreciate the hard work and dedication, Ego. Listen, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but you guys leave some comments. It's always awkward when I just feel like I'm talking and the chat just stops. And I feel like when I'm getting deep, when I'm not playing around, people pay attention. But y'all got to show some signs of life, because I got shit to do if nobody's listening. If people don't want to talk about this topic, I got things to do. So I need to know if there's a glitch. I don't know if you're here. People are, running a mile and you just listening. But y'all got to show some likes. That's what I'm saying. You guys do it. But it's weird. It's so weird because my chats never do that. Not never, because I wouldn't be complaining about it, but my chats are rarely not moving. So when it's just completely paused, it'd be feeling like nobody, people don't care. I don't know. It's just weird. So you guys occasionally show a pulse, leave it something, leave and come back so the number of watching change, something, because it's really weird. But again, that's what happens every single time when I hone in and focus and we just, straight to the topic, no jokes. People be listening, but it always just feels weird as a host. It's not just my channel, but leave some comments. Leave comments. You guys could talk while it's not like y'all treat it like it's a fucking library or something. I'm scared. Did I get disconnected from it? It's not a library. We still Ego's Army now. Anyway. Rep where you from, drop, Compton, motherfucker, say something, shit. Y'all got me spooked and shit, thinking I'm talking to mannequins and shit, bro. Fucking Weekend at Bernie looking ass. Anyway, back to this thing. Pay-per-view pays the bills. Crawford Khan, he got big paychecks before. Crawford, he's the man at, him and Spence. They the man at, or the men or whatever. It's just getting weird now. They're the top guys at welterweight. So he gonna need get cashed out. That's why they putting the fight on pay-per-view. This is simple business, simple mathematics, Shout out to Sacktown, Mactown, 916, Watt. Shout out to Watt Avenue, Elk Grove, Natomas, all that shit. Yeah, it's just simple mathematics. That's how fights are brought to you. You know, Conor McGregor, you can't just, like, even the UFC, it's the same thing. You can't put Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz on regular pay-per-view, because how you gonna pay Nate Diaz what he's gonna be wanting, let alone Conor McGregor, and all your profit is from, you know, just the gate and other little shit, the network paying rights fees and shit. This is what Bob Arum is telling you. Now, the thing with Bob Arum is he survived in this up and down, grimy ass business for longer than I've been alive, and a lot of you guys have been alive. He's been in the business for 50 plus years. So he got game. I'm not saying everything he says is like truthful, because sometimes he'll say some, you know, like, I didn't really agree with his recent comments about Mikey Garcia, but right here, I think he got the nail on the head. So, you know, me, I call it what it is, what I see. You know, I see what he's talking about with Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua and Dazn. For example, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Yeah, people are pissed off right now about Tom Schwartz, but if he keeps winning, and if Wilder keeps winning, let's say Wilder knocks out Brazil and Tyson Fury outboxes Schwartz, and then they make the ESPN pay-per-view or Showtime ESPN pay-per-view with Wilder Fury 2, it will sell. People want to see it. People want to see the continuation of what happened in the first fight, right? So it'll sell, especially with the cliffhanger ending in the first fight, the 12th round shit, right? People will pay for it. That's how they get paid, and the event gets paid, and it's profitable for everything. DAZN, what they're doing is they have billionaires or investors or a certain pot of money, and they control the times, and they don't have to compete with, like, ESPN's other programming, Fox's other programming. So that's cool because they have everything in-house and it's their own platform. But what they don't have is an actual TV channel, which is something, I don't know how you go about it. I don't know that type of stuff, you know. I don't know how you go about, really? Fucking Mad Max when I'm trying to do this shit, bro. Fucking speed racer out there. It's right when I'm trying to talk. I'm like, yeah, so they don't have like fucking Meek Mill out there. Whoa! I tell you about that. Fucking Meek on them bikes out there and shit. What the fuck is this? Anyway, sorry. My bad. Man, I don't know. Fucking Transformers out there or some shit. Power Rangers, morphin' time, like shut the fuck up time. Sorry, I'm irritable right now. Anyway, that's how things get done. You know, that's how these big fights come to you. You would have to pay Conor McGregor in the UFC too much. You have to pay Nate Diaz too much for it to just be on the regular, you know, ESPN Plus or when the UFC was fucking with Fox. You know, to the point where how profitable would the event be? You get what I'm saying? Wilder Fury, you know, what they would want for a rematch, you know, especially Fury, he fighting Tom Schwartz. You know what that Wilder power feels like, you know what I'm saying? So he gonna want a pretty penny. Wilder is the champion, and he like, I'm so frustrated, I needs my pay, you know, so he gonna want money. That's how you do it. DAZN is literally, listen to me, people, listen. DAZN is and I said this in my video about this very subject, DAZN is the only fighting combat sport platform where they're saying pay-per-view is dead. UFC ain't saying Dana White ain't saying pay-per-view's dead. Al Heyman damn sure ain't saying pay-per-view's dead because he already had a couple. Broner Pacquiao, you know, Garcia Spence, and they will have more. You know, they were even thinking about Wilder versus Brazil on pay-per-view to maybe pay Wilder more, but they figured it out. And people aren't giving props to Wilder because he either took a pay cut or Showtime ponied up and paid him more money because all these other platforms and shit are interested in him. So they're like, man, we got to pay Wilder something good because he stayed loyal to us. So whatever they did to appease Wilder, props to that, because now the fight's not on pay-per-view. Because I don't think that would have been, you know, I would have supported it because I support Wilder because I see what he's doing and I see what they're trying to do against him. But I don't think it was a pay-per-view fight. You know what I'm saying? I would just be supporting based on he's fighting the right competition, pursuing what's right for his legacy and career, etc. Top Rank, ESPN, they putting Crawford Khan on pay-per-view. So once again, DAZN is literally the only major fight platform talking about pay-per-view is dead. Ain't nobody said that. So that's why. So once again, innovation is cool. See, everybody wants to be the next Amazon Prime, Amazon, Jeff Bezos. Everybody wants to be the next Jack Ma, Alibaba. See, I know business. Everybody wants to be the next Netflix. Netflix came at a perfect time. Danny Jacobs' voice. I came at the perfect time. So timing is everything in this world. My channel came at the perfect time. You know, who knows? Maybe I wouldn't be so far along if I didn't start when I start. But I'm thankful I did, and I'm thankful for each and every one for you. So, you know, life is about timing, people. You know, life is about timing. Imagine if you were like so broke you couldn't do anything. You know, you couldn't even afford a McRib, and then a girl you were sleeping with that you didn't really like that was like, I ain't pregnant. Then you'd be like, damn, what am I gonna do now? You know, I'm about to have a kid. Timing versus if you were well off and you had, you know, just got a pay raise or your job, you know, just moved into a house, and then you get a girl pregnant and things are going your way, your money is good, you know, you're able to help your family, you got a good saving, then, you know, that's a completely different situation, you know. That's why these celebrities be having Broner, you know, all these celebrities be having hella kids, because they can afford, you know, they can afford it more so than somebody else that they ain't making what Broner's making. You know, Broner got 8, 9 kids, something, the Wayans family, something. Ah, man, you know, AB, about babies, ain't babysitting. I'm going to hell for these jokes. Ain't babysitting. Adventures in babysitting. Like, hey, bro, you tripping. But timing is everything. That's my point. You know, timing is everything. So, you know, Dazn came at the time they came, and they're the only ones saying this stuff. They're the only ones saying pay-per-view is dead and trying to supplement, you know, like HBO, before they got the game, they didn't say no fucking pay-per-view was dead. They was putting everything on pay-per-view. Like Crawford versus Posto, pay-per-view. You know, Canelo versus Khan, pay-per-view. They was putting everything on pay-per-view. So once again, Dazn is the only one that is saying that pay-per-view is dead. So you going against, not going against like that, but what I'm saying, you're going against the business mindset of the UFC, because they're not saying pay-per-view is dead. The business mindset of Al Heyman and PBC on Fox and Showtime, so against Fox and Showtime, and Top Rank and ESPN. You're literally the only ones saying that pay-per-view is dead. So now you got to front the cash and hope you get it on the back end, and you don't have necessarily the stable long term to necessarily make the matches without working with other people. So once again, you fucking idiots that always won't leave me alone. Oh, Wilder ducked Anthony Joshua, guys. Let me tell you, old media shit. You guys look foolish because guess what? It looks like he made the right decision. Now you have people like Bob Arum. He doesn't have shit to do with Al Heyman in turn, you know, unless he's working with him on co-promoting a fight. And guess what he said? I'm going to read it again, what he said about Al Heyman. He says, Anthony Joshua should join in on the fun. Quote, whether it's Top Rank, ESPN, or PBC to join us and join the fun. He's telling Anthony Joshua, you should join Top Rank, ESPN, or Premier Boxing Champions when your contract ends. Bob Arum don't even necessarily always say good things about Al Heyman. This shows you this is kind of a problem. Like Bob Arum just being real, like, you know, I think you get to a certain age, you're just like, fuck it. You know, I'm just going to keep it real. He's saying he's basically saying even joining PBC would be better for Joshua. And that has nothing to do with his business and his company. He's with Top Rank and ESPN. He said Joshua, obviously he's going to do a little shameless plug. So he said Joshua should join us, Top Rank or ESPN, or even PBC, rather than be on Dazn. Join the pay-per-view, because we all doing it. Once again, Dazn is the black sheep. They're the middle child. No J. Cole voice. You know, because that song's dope. The real ones are dying. The fake ones are lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dazn is literally the only one trying to be self-sustained, and pay-per-view is dead, guys. You know? All right. So now you have to justify paying these crazy salaries to Triple G, Canelo, and all these guys you rushed out to get, Anthony Joshua, Andre Jacobs, on this platform, and get all the in-house sponsorships and all the ads you can get, you know, at a cheaper price point than pay-per-view, even with the $20 a month way, you know, that's $120. Like, bro, I can watch. That's what I'm saying. Like, the business model, it sounds better until you start actually looking at the actual factual. Why do you think no one else has come up with this? Why has no one else abandoned pay-per-view? Like, oh shit, we losing money by staying on this pay-per-view format. If anything, you're seeing more people do. Fox ain't did no pay-per-views, but they getting into the pay-per-view business. Do you feel me? So Dazn is completely and totally going in against the grain, bro. Fox didn't do it. Name the last Fox pay-per-view before Spence versus Garcia. So again, innovation is cool, but you can't be the only one innovating and losing money. You feel me? This is a business. Like, okay, let's say ESPN, Top Rank, PBC, Fox, Showtime. Okay, let's say there's 6 other, I'm just going to UFC. Let's say 6. Let's say there's, in my city, there's 6 burger restaurants. I'm the new kid on the block. These other 6 have been here doing whatever number. I'm the new kid on the block. Every burger restaurant has fries, and you have the option to add cheese if you like. I'm the new burger restaurant, and I'm trying to get employees, have a grand opening, all that, and I go against the grain of what you typically get at a fucking burger restaurant, which is the option to get fries and the option to add cheese and get a cheeseburger as opposed to a hamburger. I'm the only one in town doing this. What do you think? You tell me. Does that sound like a good plan? I'm not talking about like there's a bunch of burger restaurants and you open up a vegan spot, because that's cool, because now you're catering to your own market. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're catering to vegans versus there's a bunch of mad cheeseburger and burger places. So you can swallow up that whole market, or even people who may eat burgers, but they're trying to eat a little bit healthy. Do you feel me? I am the king of analogies. So what do you think if I had just a regular old, you know, Ego's Burgers and shit? That's my, you know, Ego's Burgers, come get you one. And I'm the only one that don't serve fries. I'm the only one that doesn't offer cheese, doesn't offer the option of bacon, you know, and all these other ones do. Do you think being the odd man out in that situation would work? Like in Fairfield, shout out to Fairfield, California, 707, say it backwards. There is a spot in Fairfield, North Texas, called Dave's Cheeseburgers that they don't offer fries. They only have chips. However, they are not the new kids on the block. This particular burger place has been around forever. You know what I'm saying? It's been around forever. So that's a little bit different because they have history in the community. You get me? So it could work if maybe you're established. Maybe you're established. You know what I'm saying? Like Dave, anybody that knows Fairfield, ask anybody from Fairfield, California, what Dave's Cheeseburgers are, and they know what it is. And I'm sure you guys got places like that. Like you go to Philly, they got Max's and Geno's and shit like that. So that would probably be, you know, I read the 48 Laws of Power. I read the 48 Laws of Power. They have like the laws of power. Under most circumstances, this is the law, but here's the reversal. So that'll probably be the only reversal where like going against the grain in a major way in, you know, similar market would be beneficial. You know, is if this is how we always been doing, like Wendy's or some Dave Thomas and shit. They have square burgers. Okay, motherfuckers just like whatever, because Wendy's has been out. Dazn ain't been out like Dave Thomas and Wendy's, you know, coming out with square burgers. Like, you're just going against the grain, you know. We, you know, Ego's Pizza, we got the backwards pizza, you know. Instead of a cardboard box and then pizza inside it, the box is now pepperonis. We have a pepperoni box, and then we put slices of cardboard on the pizza. Like, you just doing too much. Like, you know, you going against the grain, bro. Use a cardboard box and put the pizza in it and put the pepperoni on the pizza. You don't make a pepperoni box and put cardboard on. You know what I'm saying, bro? This shit don't make sense, bro. You just going against the grain. So, like, you know, it's a gamble. That's the bottom line. So we'll see what happens with Dazn. But I do agree with Bob Arum. You know, I went over the same shit over and over. That's why new media, it's a blissful time for us. It's a blissful time because I've been telling you the same thing. And I told you last year when this Dazn thing came out, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not hating. People say, oh, you're hating on Dazn. You hate Dazn. No, I'm telling you what I see. If Dazn's price point, this is why they raised it, was $10 a month, pay-per-view is roughly $75, $80. We'll just say $80. You would have to sell 8 monthly subscriptions on what at that point was like a month-to-month. You can opt in, opt out. Plus, they had a 30-day free trial, so you could really see, like, you could have not had Dazn all of. Just tell me, explain this business model to me. You had a 30-day trial and you kept it up until, I think now, I don't think they're doing it anymore. But we'll talk about last year. So from May, August, whenever you dropped Dazn, you had a 30-day trial, clear through December. Canelo fought Fielded. You could not have purchased Dazn for 1 month. And then you're like, oh, shit, my boy Canelo fighting in December. I don't know this Rocky Fielded dude. I don't want to pay for that. Okay, cool. Free trial. You're not making no profit like that. Plus, before, the price point was $10, opt in, opt out whenever you want. You get what I'm saying? So people, if anything, they're like, oh, my boy Joshua's fighting. Let me get it for that month. I already used my trial on Joshua. Let me get it for Canelo fighting. So you had a lot of in and out traffic. And that's what they're realizing, which is why they raised the price. You know, but I told you guys this. I said the same shit last year. You know, they might have to build a statue for me in this boxing game when it's over. Because I predicted all this shit. Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia. You know, you got people, man fans and old media. Oh, I'm not paying pay-per-view for this. Crawford Khan, I'm not paying pay-per-view for this. But somebody's going to pay for it, you know. And just off of that, $75 plus tax, we'll say $80. In one pay-per-view buy, you've made 8 times Dazn's initial introductory price of $10. And then you don't even know if you captured that as a permanent customer, because at that time you can opt in and out. You could cancel when you want, that type of shit. You weren't on no kind of contract or anything. Pay-per-view, at least when they get the $80, motherfucker, we got your 80. It's over. You know, they're not giving no refunds unless there was some kind of service interruption. So they just collected the money. That's why the pay-per-view model still works for big fights. $10, okay, you got my $10, and then I don't get Dazn for another 8 months until Canelo fights again. That don't make sense. Once again, the business model. This is hence why they raised the price. They try to make it more unappealing to do the month-to-month. Simple mathematics, people. So I agree with Bob Arum. He's a businessman. I'm a businessman. I understand business. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Dazn. I didn't know you like to take a loss though. Yeah, debt, loss, in the red. Like, I didn't know you like to take a loss. So that's why I didn't understand. And then on top of that, you had a fucking 30-day free trial. Listen, shameless plug. You can sign up for ESPN Plus. There's a 7-day free trial. If you use my link, it helps the channel, helps me grow. And then after that, it's $4.99 a month, right? You see how a company called ESPN, that even though my mom doesn't watch sports, she knows what ESPN is. She knows what Fox is. She has Showtime, so she knows what Showtime is, right? You look at ESPN, they're already known. They already had whatever. They already set up shop in America, right? And they're 5 times cheaper than Dazn per month with this new pricing influx in, like, you know, and they're only giving you a 7-day trial, you know? So let me get it straight. ESPN, let's say they have 70 million subscribers. Even though, you know, they're only giving you a 7-day free trial, they're not giving you 30 days is a long time to try something. This ain't Amazon Prime. What you mean 30 days? You know, and Amazon Prime is different too, because they have things you would, toiletries and things you would shop for. So I told you, remember, I literally said this stuff. If I'm lying, I'll shut my channel right now. Did anyone here? I'll shut this whole shit down and go get a job at JCPenney's. Because I know that's what the haters want anyway. They want to see me ringing up, you know, khakis and shit at JCPenney's. Do you guys remember me last year saying these things? Do you guys remember me last year questioning this? You guys said I was crazy. You guys said I was crazy for this. I think I'm psychic maybe, because I said the same thing. Man, listen, I'll get a job at JCPenney's if my day ones, you know, can't recall and, you know, hold me down, me saying I'll get a job at JCPenney's. That's what the haters want. They want me at Penny's, you know, working in the portrait studio with little badass kids and shit. That's what they want. Do you guys remember me saying these things? Like, I don't know how they're going to sustain that. You throwing a lot of money at fighters and woo, woo, woo. And do you guys remember I said the 30-day trial, don't be surprised if that goes away, or if it reduces to a 14-day free trial or a 7-day free trial. Who fucks with my channel that heard me say that in these things last year? Let me know. Who heard me say these things? That 30-day trial, hey, bro, that's going to have to go away. And they said I was hating. They said I was crazy. I'm telling you, you know, what did Jay-Z say? You are now looking at one smart black boy. Put me anywhere on God's green earth, I triple my worth. Motherfuckers. Put me anywhere on God's green earth, I triple my worth. I know business. I know how to hustle. That's what I'm saying. Dazn should have reached out to me, because some of this stuff wasn't mad. It was mad. It wasn't making sense. You know what I'm saying? You give me $5, I'm going to turn that to 15 or better. I promise you that. You know? Once again, this is why new media continues to excel. Even the people who are mad at me know I said this shit. The videos are still up. So even if you didn't know I said this shit, you could go look at all of my videos. You could watch the content and see it. Now, Bob Arum saying it, does that make, you know, because a Jewish man said it that's been in the business, does that now make it more valid? You know, I called it. I said the same thing. I didn't wish bad. They said, oh, you're hating on Dazn. You just hate Anthony Joshua. All right, bro. I said all this stuff. I don't know how they're going to facilitate $9.99 a month, you know, with pay-per-view, you know, even because what happens when you get to the fight, that's worth. We did not get to see one good Canelo fight. One good Canelo, good, operative word being good, Canelo fight before they raised the price. That's not a good sign. You couldn't even give us Canelo Jacobs under the initial guise of the price point that you said it was going to be. You said pay-per-view is dead, motherfuckers was happy, and you gave us one shit Canelo fight where he looked exceptional, but it wasn't a good fight that no one wanted. We just tolerated that. Before we get to Canelo's good fight with Jacobs, which is an awesome fight, guess what? They've already increased the price. Oh my gosh. Someone said Dazn is catfishing. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Like, you know, you came, motherfuckers thought you know, you was Cindy Lou from Tennessee. You ain't Cindy Lou. You Big Bertha. You Big Shirley from Martin. You not Cindy Lou. You know, we're so much better than pay-per-view. It's dead. You catfished us. That's the reality of it. You know, you can't, fuck it. And now, because you spent so much energy bad-mouthing pay-per-view, which would have never been, if I was John Skipper or, you know, Skippy Peanut Butter, whoever the fuck behind this, I would have never came out saying that so adamantly. Because now if you're like, damn, we losing money, fuck, let's just do pay-per-view. You're going to look crazy. You're going to look crazy out this bitch. Facts. You're going to look real life crazy going to a pay-per-view model or increasing the prices yet again. Because the more you increase the price, the more you look like pay-per-view. So I don't know how this was, is supposed to innovate and destroy. Like I said, maybe they thought they would be able to, get Broner and Charlo and Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia and all the top guys, and then PBC would be dead. I don't know. That's what y'all was saying. But look a little bit shaky because, like I said, if they do another price hike and then the $199 goes to $150 a month or a year or $200 a year or, $24.99 a month, now we're getting more and more like pay-per-view because if it goes up to $25, I'm not the smartest brother in the world, but if it goes up to $25 a month during the month-to-month, for 2 months of Dazn, I pay $50. So what happens if you double that and do 4 months? 50 plus 50, not smartest brother in the world, but I think that's 100. So what we talking? So this is what Arum is talking about. They've kind of pigeonholed themselves. Then they have a fighter like Rematch Room. Eddie Hearn got Anthony Joshua. I know I'm killing them. Smash the like button. I know I'm killing the man fans. And I told you not to fuck with me. I told you. All the man fans, they're just hating. I told you. I said, keep it up. Now we coming. Now we coming to prove all that bullshit old media was saying. We coming to prove it wrong. I told you to leave me alone, but they didn't want to listen. Okay, I really feel like Roy Jones Jr. after Montel Griffith. I didn't want to have to do this, but y'all made me. Y'all should have let me alone. Let me do my little thing, ego Weight Watcher, and been cool. But y'all didn't do it. Now you seeing the ramifications. Now, just like a puppy that pisses on the carpet, we gonna show you the stain. You poop on the carpet, we gonna show you the stain. We gonna put your nose right by that so you see that's your urine. We gonna show you. I told y'all leave me alone, but y'all didn't want to. Okay, that's fine. So now I gotta do it like Pensacola. Shout out to Florida. Y'all said I was hating. I'm not hating. I'm just telling you what I seen. And now we see it more and more. Like I said, the more DAZN raises their price, if they do, the more it looks like a pay-per-view. So you came in the game separating yourself totally from pay-per-view and saying pay-per-view's dead. You have Michael Buffer saying it. Let's get ready to not pay pay-per-view. You did all that. That's cool. But then the more you raise your price, it's going to start looking more and more like a pay-per-view because people are going to be paying more. And they might have to do that to stay afloat. And then that's going to look crazy. So, again, the business model, I never knew how it was going to work. I figured it wasn't, they had some tricks up their sleeve, but we'll see. Shout out to Alabama in this bit. We'll see. But right now and right here, I agree. Now look at it. Eddie Hearn Rematch Room, they got Anthony Joshua signed to him. Anthony Joshua ain't signed to DAZN. So if Anthony Joshua somehow leaves and does take Bob Arum's offer whenever he's out of it, let's say he has a couple more fights, goes to ESPN, that's going to hurt DAZN because that's a major player. If Canelo loses, that's going to hurt DAZN because you paying him all this money. What if Jacobs knocked Canelo Smooth out? I'm not saying this is what happens, but if he knocked Canelo Smooth out, then that's going to hurt. That's just comment. That's what I'm saying. That's why it doesn't make. See, Al Heyman is smart. Al Heyman is smart. Bob Arum is smart. If y'all want to know why these men are smart, Al Heyman and Bob Arum, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'm gonna show you why he's smart. Because hold on, y'all, man, this shit is too easy. Y'all gotta throw some hell yeahs in there, smash the like button. I'm dropping too much gems for free. I should be charging super chat, whatever this shit's called. I should be charging it because I'm giving y'all the game for free, like I always do. It's free game, free game Tuesdays. This is why Bob Arum and Al Heyman are smart. They didn't go against the grain. There's a military term, keep it simple, stupid. That's what they did. Pay-per-view's been working. They've been eating off pay-per-view. So for certain fights, they have that option. Here's another reason why they're smart. They've aligned themselves with networks that you have an actual channel, not just an app only. Bob Arum gave you the sauce too. ESPN has the flexibility. Tyson Fury, he's fighting Tom Schwartz. That's on ESPN Plus. Lomachenko's fighting Anthony Corolla. That's on ESPN Plus. Terrence Crawford, he fighting Amir Khan. ESPN pay-per-view, you know? So they have the flexibility to put different fights and offshoot them into the different variants of that network, the different, like, you know, outlets, right? Through ESPN pay-per-view, ESPN Deportes, ESPN UK, ESPN regular channel, ESPN Plus. They have multiple outlets. And since it's one umbrella owned by Disney, they can offshoot it and co-promote. You could be on ESPN Deportes and they can promote something that's going to be on ESPN Plus. You can have purchase the ESPN pay-per-view with Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan. Guess what? They can promote on the pay-per-view on ESPN. Oh, you know, next week catch Vasil Lomachenko versus Anthony Corolla on ESPN Plus. Dazn is all in-house. They can't do. They're not owned by Disney or whoever. They're not a network. There's no, like, physical channel I could turn to. So who gonna promote Dazn? You know, Eddie Hearn doing 40-minute videos on YouTube. You know, you got to think about all this stuff. Same thing with Fox. Fox pay-per-view. Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence, they can promote whatever the fuck they want. And guess what they've been doing? I just watched Lamont Peterson get stopped and retired. Hell of a career. He just fought Sergey Lipinets on regular Fox, right? They could have a week before on Spence Garcia pay-per-view say, you know, right before we get to the main event, Spence Garcia, you know, check out Lamont Peterson versus Sergey Lipinets. Guess what they did on the Sergey Lipinets-Lamont Peterson fight? They boosted up and talked about Deontay Wilder on Showtime versus Dominic Breazeale. They got Fox. They got FS1. They got Fox Deportes. And now they're doing Fox pay-per-view. DAZN doesn't have that. They don't have DAZN Channel 1, DAZN Channel 2 that I can find on my DirecTV, Dish Network, Comcast, Cox Cable, blah, blah, blah. Right? They said they already alienated themselves from the jump with pay-per-view. They said we don't need pay-per-view. So basically, this is what Arum was talking about. You got John Skipper and billionaires who are fronting the cash and, you know, dumping money. But guess what? All that will be short-lived unless DAZN does the numbers. And you know it's a huge gamble, because without pay-per-view, that'll get you to your numbers quicker because you're charging more. Duh, you know. So you have to hope that at a cheaper price point, you have volume. That's what you would need, you know. It's just simple mathematics. Like, if you eat more food, you'll probably be full. If you're starving and someone gives you 2 peanuts, it's probably not going to fill you up. But if you went to, like, my boy is Filipino, and with his mom, like, part of the Filipino culture is, like, you know, just kind of real cordial and attentive. And a lot of Filipino families, they cook, and they cook for, like, big parties. So cooking for, like, he would have, like, this is like high school, so I'm not trying to sound like on no weirdo stuff, but, like, this is like middle school or high school or whatever. This guy's mom, he was Filipino and white. His mom, like, it'd be like 5 of his friends spending the night for his birthday or some shit. So she's used to cooking for, like, groups of 30. So cooking for 5 people wasn't nothing. So we woke up at this dude's house. Okay, never mind. That just sounds weird. So we woke up at the guy's house, and we were staying there for, like, a birthday party. You get what I'm saying? That just sounded weird, me saying I woke up at a dude's house like I got kidnapped or something. Fucking Liam Smith and Taken, or Liam Neeson. I didn't mean it like that. I'm just saying we woke up for, you know, at his dude's birthday, and she had hella breakfast, like a smorgasbord of food just on the table. Pancakes, waffle. I'm like, what? I thought it was at Golden Corral or something. So simple. I don't even know why I'm even telling this story. What the fuck? I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Bottom line is, the more you have, the more variety you have, usually the better it is. Like I said, if you eat scary, you eat 2 grapes, it's probably not gonna fill you up. But if you have a whole variety of food to choose from, big buffet style, you know, table with a bunch of food, you probably get full. You know, all these other ESPN, Bob Arum and Top Rank, basically, PBC and Showtime and Fox, they all have multiple outlets to cross promote and shit like that. Do you get what I'm saying? They have multiple avenues. Lamont Peterson, Sergey Lipinets, good fight. They promoted a Showtime fight because it's under the Premier Boxing Champ umbrella, and Al Heyman got it like that. Dazn has to promote Dazn. They don't have a TV network. You know, you can on ESPN with Top Rank. They can have if they want to. I don't know that they'll do this, but they could have a UFC fight and say, hey, look at combat fighting sports. You know, we got Lomachenko fighting. Make sure you check it out. So if they wanted to, since UFC is now on ESPN, they can promote, you know, a look at the upcoming programming and show Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury just fought Wilder. They could cross-promote like that. Fox can cross-promote with Showtime because it's all under the Premier Boxing Champion as far as their boxing. Who is DAZN going to cross-promote with? They have to pay for ads. Like, every one of my video, there's a DAZN ad on it. Like, you know, like a clickable ad. So they have to facilitate all that stuff. And see, this is the thing. Eddie Hearn came in trying to big dog people and made it like it was easy, talking about all the mistakes that PBC made. All right, we'll see if DAZN does better. He's like, oh yeah, PBC had to pay for time slots. You guys got to pay for promo. You got to pay for advertisements. You know, and you automatically shoot yourself in the foot, in my opinion, saying pay-per-view's dead and taking yourself out of that race, the pay-per-view race. Because Canelo Jacobs, I would happily pay for that on pay-per-view, to be honest. But you already you shot yourself in the foot. You already took yourself out of that market. Canelo versus Jacobs, I would pay pay-per-view for sure. But now I could watch Joshua and Miller and Canelo versus Jacobs for $19.99. So, thanks for the savings. Like Eminem said on Criminal. Thank you. Windows tinted on my ride when I drive in it. If anybody identifies the guy in it or hide for 5 minutes, thank you. So, you know, like I said, that's cool for fans, fun while it lasts. But I don't know how a business can sustain that. But, you know, it's not my problem. It's not my problem to worry. It's not I'm not losing no money. I'm not losing no sleep. I'm just telling you what I feel. So, yeah, it's funny that Eddie Hearn came in talking about all this stuff, the American market, and Bob Arum, all these Heyman, they would be shaking in their boots. I don't think so, because you're doubling the price. Like, Bob Arum's worried about, he got Teofimo. He can build him into a star. You know, he can make Teofimo versus Lomachenko if he want to pull the trigger on it. You know, that's a big fight. You know, he got Crawford, who's looking pound for pound. So, you know, Al Heyman, we know what he's doing. Errol Spence, Mikey. Errol Spence is the man. He just beat Mikey and made it look easy. You know, he can make Errol Spence Pacquiao, you know, Pacquiao versus Thurman, Sean Porter versus Errol. There's a million ways. He got a relationship with Jerry Jones, you know, putting on a successful event. You got Charlos, who's still badass, know how to talk, know how to sell fights. You know, they got options. DAZN. You got your big. Listen, I'm not even trying to be funny, y'all. I swear to you, I'm not trying to like shit on DAZN hour. But listen, DAZN is pitched to America and Canada. You know, and I don't know what it's like boxing in Japan. I don't know what, you know, I don't know that deal. But I know America and Canada. Your whole roster, your biggest stars, especially the ones that are wildly popular, most of them aren't American. Most of them can't talk up a fight. That's not their style of, like Canelo. He's never been, like, he's a dope fighter for sure. Canelo has never been the one with a bunch of pre-fight build. He's not Conor McGregor. He's not Mayweather. He's not Broner. Even Pacquiao was trash talking a little bit for the Broner buildup. We never see Canelo do that. That's not like really his character. So, you know, some of the people support him, but he doesn't bring that. But even more so than Canelo, because Canelo is immensely popular. Look at Triple G. He's coming off of a loss, and he's not the type of guy that we really look towards for pre-fight buildup. He could scrap. He has a hell of a chin, man-style chin, you know, great jab. But he's not really. You don't have any salesmen. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't have any salesmen. You look at the top fighters here, Usyk, he ain't no salesman. Like, these guys can fight for sure. But the reason I'm saying that is because to get the pinnacles and like the bigger fights, you probably need some level of showmanship, you know, probably, especially when they're not from America and you're pitching them to America. Like Wilder, you can easily, with the right fight, put him on pay-per-view. You could put his style on there on pay-per-view. Not everyone's like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, Wilder knows how to make you into. Bro, he's fighting Dominic Brazil. I don't get on here to front, but they got the backstory. It's not the biggest fight in the world, but with the backstory and the way Wilder sold it, and Dominic Brazil, to be honest, to be truthful, it's making me want to see it, because Dominic Brazil said he gonna knock him out, and you know, so I want to see it for sure. With that backstory, the hotel, I want to see how, you know, Wilder sounds mad, and that's usually in the past hasn't proven to be good. But we'll see, you know, because being mad can make you make mistakes. So I want to see it, but they're selling it. Deontay Wilder, I'm so frustrated. My brother, he weighed nothing but 192 pounds. And he's dropping somebody that's 6'6", 6'7", on the floor with one shot. So Dominic Brazil, you see, he's frustrated. And that's the real reason why he's upset. When have you ever known the champion, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder? When have you ever seen me with an entourage of 20 people? You will never see the Bronze Bomber with that many people. I ain't never travel. When I travel, I don't even bring luggage, so you know I don't be having 25 people with me. But he was embarrassed. He was embarrassed because my brother, he was like 192 pounds, knocked him down. You know how Wilder be doing it. Motherfucker said he gonna do a Mortal Kombat cheat code on this man. I'm watching that shit. Shout out to Big Zo 419. Shout out to Ego. I be watching you. Appreciate you. Someone said Q-Brat Pull-Up is a dumbass. Yeah, man, this motherfucker does not know what the Me Too era means. The motherfucker thought Me Too era was fucking some RSVP or something. He thought it was a game. You cannot be doing that in America. You gonna be Q-Brat. You gonna be bunking with Bill Cosby at this motherfucker. I would like to talk to Q-Brat Pull-Up about the pudding. He's my bunkmate, and you see, you gonna be right up. I'm not, you know, I hope the woman's okay that he kissed, so I'm not trying to make light of that. But I'm just saying you're going to be right up in there with Bill. You're going to be in there with Bill. Me and Pulev will take on anyone in the present. See you at lunchtime. See you in the yard, dog. You going to be right in there with a Cosby sweater, you know, making shanks, bro. You kissing women in the mouth. What? Anyway, this is the zone thing. We'll see. We're going to see how it play out. But I agree with Bob Arum for the time being. I told you, the zone, they should have hit the boy up. I got ideas on. I am a fan. I fuck with the fan. I'm the people's champ. They know who I am, you know. And I could have seen, you know, I'm a thinker. I'm a realist. So I seen a lot of flaws in the business model. So once again, listen to new media and old media. New media said Deontay Wilder made the right choice, keeping his options open and flexible, not signing for $100 million. Guess what? Now Bob Arum's saying he did the right thing. I've been telling you that. He's saying the same thing. Now Bob Arum's saying what he's saying about Dazn and saying, hey, it makes no sense, and Joshua needs to jump ship because he's losing money. And y'all motherfuckers said that Wilder should have took the $100 million. Once again, nobody, that's what I'm saying. You don't have nobody. The only people co-signing you is fellow old media people, you know, or that side. Nobody's co-signing you. Bob Arum has nothing to do with Wilder. He has nothing to do with Al Heyman. And he even said something. He's taking shots at Al Heyman, but he's even saying stuff. Joshua would be better served signing with ESPN Top Rank or PBC. Why would he say that? Once again, new media. You guys can believe whatever you want. I told you, Wilder made the right choice. And as time goes on, if he stays winning, which, that only he knows, what he's capable of. But if he stays winning, he definitely made the right choice. Because at that point, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen with Dazn. We don't know what's going to happen with Joshua. So he's better off waiting and playing the field. Like I told y'all. Y'all see how normally, more often than not on my channel, I don't budge, because when I come up with these points, they're well thought of, they're meticulous, and I'm open to hear suggestions, but I don't hear people countering what I'm saying and contradicting what I'm saying with facts, with, information that's logical and likely and shit like that. So I'm going to continue thinking how I feel. So, like I said, Wilder, I think he made the right choice. You even hear Bob Arum poking holes and taking shots at the infrastructure and the model, the non-pay-per-view shit with Dazn. Like I said, we'll see. If it works, it works. Salute. But so far, them joining and doubling up the price this quick, I don't really know that is an indication that it is working. Because why would you do that? Why? That's what I'm saying. They should have thought about the price point to begin with and be like, man, we can't sustain this at $9.99 a month. Because now you look crazy. And now you look crazy. And if I ever see a Dazn pay-per-view, then I know you're not winning, because you came in the game saying something different. That's why you don't alienate yourself. That's why you don't. The saying goes, when in Rome, do as Romans do. Me, I love to innovate. I love to try new things. I do that all the time on my channel, but I do it with the high success rate, because I'm not doing things so far from, like, such a far cry from the reality and the business structure. Like, let's just hypothetically, let's say boxing, everybody, Dante's Boxing Nation, Ellie, Fight Hype, all do something a certain way, and I'm doing it different. Like, okay, here's an example. Let's say all of them, when they go to cover fights, right, they film in full color with sound. Simple. They go to cover a weigh-in in color with sound. And then I come out trying to innovate, trying to be different with black and white, no audio videos where you just look at it. My channel gonna be fucked up, because there's a time and a place to be different, and there's certain things you're better off kind of staying with the crowd. Y'all would y'all really want to come to my channel to look at black and white videos with no sound? Just some fucking, or I'm drawing pictures of the weigh-in as opposed to showing you the weigh-in just to be different. That shit wouldn't work, bro. Like, this is what Terrence Crawford looked like. I'm drawing stick figures and doing stick figure drawings of the weigh-in as opposed to just showing y'all the fucking weigh-in so you can get your own impression of what shape Crawford's in. So like I said, innovation is cool, but certain things, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Pay-per-view has been what was necessary for the big fights. He said, laughing my ass off, drawing pictures of the weigh-in, ha. But you guys get what I'm saying, though. That's why I'm doing these analogies so it's clear for you, Or if you work in a barbershop, I got analogies all day, people. You work in a barbershop, and there's a certain way to blend and taper. And you just coming in doing some old, man, I seen this in India or some shit, and it's like some crazy technique, and you got chisels and shit in America trying to incorporate some different technique. I've seen all these haircuts with flames and fire and stuff. That might not work. Motherfuckers in America might be scared of that. Like, oh, this motherfucker, he think he the Human Torch and shit. He think he Thor. He got a hammer and chisel. Like, what you do? I just want a regular haircut. Andy's clippers would be cool. Everybody in the shop using Andy's clippers and Oster, and you using a fucking Flintstones chisel. Like I said, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. It just depends on what you're trying to change and what you're trying to innovate. Period. So that's hold on. Maya, you should be good. You listen now. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. You should be good, right? So, like I said, innovation and change is cool, but it just depends on what you're trying to change. You can't. How are you gonna battle pay per view, and all of your counterparts or your competition is doing it? UFC. So Bellator ain't doing pay per views. That's cool, but UFC is. Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, they putting Joshua. Oh, you're getting this superstar, and Gerald Miller, no pay per view. But Al Heyman ain't doing that. He not putting arrow spin. He's chancing it. He's like, man, Wilder, Wilder, we putting Wilder Fury on pay per view. Fuck that. We need to make these ends. We putting arrow spins on pay. We putting Broner. He ain't never been on pay per view either. We putting him and Pacquiao on pay per view. Top rank, like fuck that. We putting Terrence Crawford on pay per view with Amir Khan. We don't care about what you talking about with his chin. We putting on pay per view. That's how they're facilitating these fights, right? Maybe they don't have a deal. Maybe they can't, close the deal if you can't promise Amir Khan a certain amount for this money. And if you promise Amir Khan a certain amount to take on a huge challenge like Crawford, and you're trying to do this in-house DAZN thing, what if the paper, what if you don't get that much subscriptions for that fight? Then now you stuck paying Khan this, Crawford, whatever he's getting. You start dipping into your own. So I never understood all of this. I never understood how, what the initial or what the game plan would be. You know what I'm saying? Who only wants super fights? Listen, and see, I'm not trying to, like I said, everybody wants to save money, of course. But my thing is quality over quantity. People don't care about 100 fight nights if they don't like, half of the fights or more. You get what I'm saying? At that point, okay, let's here, because I know what I'm saying is true. But here's an example. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and can I get a hell yes or hell no? Be 100% honest. It's the truth game. Do you guys want to play this? Do you want to play the truth game? All you have to do is be honest. 100% honest. And then I'll pose the question, and I want to hear everybody just try to type your comment. And just be honest. That's all I'm asking you guys to do. Okay. They have better fights on Monday Night Raw for free than DAZN. I'm out of here, bro. This man said Monday Night Raw. Hey, you tripping, dog. You tripping. All right, hold on. All right. Stop. Everybody stop. Here's the question. Hypothetically, if Top Rank works with Al Heyman and they come to an agreement, and at the end of this year in December, they put on Terrence Bud Crawford, if he gets past Amir Khan, and Errol Spence on ESPN/Showtime pay-per-view. The price is $89.99. Fuck it. We'll up the ante. We'll say $99.99. Would you purchase it or have a fight party and have people chip in or whatever? Would you somehow make sure you went to the theater or purchased the pay-per-view or went in with your friends for Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford on pay-per-view? Hell yes or hell no? With the quickness, exactly. Fight party, exactly. I'd go to the theater, but you would still pay something to watch it. Exactly. You would go to Fathom events. That's what I'm saying. So this is why, to me, the DAZN model has loopholes. People care about good fights, man. Because if Crawford's fighting whatever, if Crawford's fighting Spence, count me in. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I've already paid $100 with DAZN app. So I'm not going to. That's why the whole pay-per-view dead is stupid to me. It never made sense. It was like a lame shot, and that's what happens when people have egos. And I'm not talking about my name. When people have egos, they start taking shots and then instead of focusing on what they probably should be focused on, they start focusing on taking shots at the competition. Pay-per-view is dead. You did all this energy, so I don't ever want to see a DAZN pay-per-view ever. Okay, pay-per-view dead. Stop. Don't keep raising the prices and coming close to pay-per-view, and don't come out with no DAZN pay-per-view if it's dead. See, you made your bed. So keep doing it your way, and we'll see what happens with it. But the bottom line is, it don't matter if you pay the annual fee for DAZN, you pay $20 a month for DAZN. If ESPN Showtime or ESPN pay-per-view only put out Wilder Fury 2, or if they put out Wilder versus Dillian White on ESPN pay-per-view, if he goes over there, if they put out Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence on Showtime pay-per-view, ESPN pay-per-view, people gonna watch it. That's just what it is. So that whole pay-per-view dead, you missed me with that. It didn't make sense because people are gonna pay for what they want to see if they want to see it bad enough. Just like it's like they have old media people coming up with these like narratives and taglines and stuff. It's not how it works. It's just the same way as you remember all the people throwing shots saying, "Oh, nobody wants to see Floyd Mayweather versus a 0-0 guy and Conor McGregor. He hasn't won one by." Why they do $4 million then? See, that's what I'm saying. Old media is getting crushed. All the people that hated on Mayweather and Conor McGregor said it was a circus, said it was a bum fight, said it was weak, said, "I'm not paying for this. I'm going to stream this. I'd rather watch Cotto versus Kamagai, guys." Because Cotto versus, see, I know my boxing people. Cotto versus Kamagai happened at the same day as Mayweather McGregor. All the people, no matter what they said, they all said, "Oh, this is a circus. This is some bullshit. Goddammit, I'm not watching this." And then it did 4 million plus pay-per-view buys. Somebody got to be lying. Somebody lying. So you might have hated and then was still watching, like Samuel L. Jackson and Django. Remember he was making all them faces. You might have been watching like that, but you still paid. You still watch. This is every Floyd fight. You talk shit about Floyd, but you still watching because his numbers are showing that you or your friend or whoever is watching. I'm not paying for Floyd Maidana, and then Floyd beat Maidana. "Oh, that was a robbery. I'm not watching Floyd Maidana 2 when the fight got announced." But then Floyd Maidana 2 did better than Floyd Maidana 1 in terms of pay-per-view viewership. So somebody got to be lying. Like I said, you might have been mad and upset when you was watching it. Like Samuel Jackson and Django, you might have been watching like this. With a frown, Muppet face ass. But you still watched it. Like I said, somebody got to be lying. I'm not paying for Pacquiao versus Broner, but then it got 400, it did better than any Golovkin fight without Canelo. I thought Golovkin is Mexican style, and everybody, he fights for the fans and all that. Why are the numbers didn't indicate and didn't show, like, by a lot? "Oh, Mikey Garcia, he's moving up 2 weight classes. I'm not watching Errol Spence versus Mikey. That's a fucking ripoff, a mismatch." Then why did they do better than Golovkin versus Jacobs, which was a good fight? I was there. You said Golovkin is super popular. You said Golovkin fights for the fans in Mexican style. They had Chocolatito versus Sor Rungvisai on the co-feature. So, he had chief support, and then that turned out to be a good fight. So why he only do 96 to 150,000 pay-per-views? Meanwhile, the fight you said it was a mismatch with Mikey Garcia, I see something, Mikey and Spence, you said you ain't watching it. But then it did better than Golovkin in any fight that he's had except for the Canelo fights, for obvious reasons, because Canelo was a part of them. Somebody got to be lying. So that's just reality of it. So like I said, DAZN, they shot themselves in the foot coming with this hard stance of pay-per-view is dead. I don't know who came out with that tagline, but they should be fired immediately. That pay-per-view dead shit is a dub. That shit was a dub. You come, "Oh, pay-per-view is dead. Ding dong, do it just dead. Pay-per-view, ding dong, do it." All right. is dead, but Showtime and PBC, so Showtime and Fox alone have done over 1 million in the, in basically in the pay-per-views that they've done this year only. And if Tyson Fury didn't duck, they would have did Tyson Fury versus Wilder, which would have did more. So what are we talking about? If you add up Adrian Broner pay-per-view with Pacquiao and Errol Spence versus what's the name, then that's pretty much 1 million, at 75 a pop. And they were trying to get Wilder versus Fury, so they really would have been killing. But Fury, he switched sides on them. So that's just the reality of it. And like I said, and this is basic math. You're doing this at $75. You're doing this at 75 a pop versus even $20 a pop. It's gonna take more $20 a pop than 75. Basic math. Smash the like button if you guys could. Yeah, and then see, man, I'm destroying all the old media talking points. Abel Sanchez last year, before the Canelo Golovkin rematch, he said black fighters fight in a style that's unpleasing to fans. That's why they have a hard time getting marketed or selling. Wilder outsold, when he was the A side, outsold any Triple G fight where he was the A side. Errol Spence in his first pay-per-view outing, just like Wilder, outsold. So Errol Spence, Adrian Broner, Deontay Wilder had their very first pay-per-view, and they outsold Golovkin's first and second pay-per-view, the Lemieux fight and the Jacobs fight. So Triple G already had fought Lemieux on pay-per-view with HBO, and he did like 96,000, and in the second one they said he did about 150,000. So Abel Sanchez, this is what I'm saying. You guys could believe whatever you want, say, oh, new media is full of shit. You tell me what's up. Last year, Abel said black fighters fight in a style unpleasing to the eye, hard to market because they run or whatever he said, right? You guys can look, the videos on YouTube. Then how come 3 black fighters, who were probably, they were popular and helped aid, and it was their first pay-per-view, did better than Triple G? And then like black and brown, so Mikey, a black fighter and a Mexican, Pacquiao, a Filipino and a black, and then Tyson Fury, a Caucasian fighter and a black fighter, and they all did better than Triple G. Steven Espinoza and Al Heyman are playing chess while the Hearns are trolling playing Uno. And see, the other thing that that Bob Arum brought up, which, you got to admit, these older promoters, like age-wise, I'm pretty sure Eddie Hearn's younger than Al Heyman, and I'm pretty sure he's younger than Bob Arum. But Al Heyman, we don't even know what the fuck the motherfucker currently looks like. He's not even out there like that. Like, tell me how his mustache, goatee, like, what does he have, facial hair? Like, motherfuckers don't know. When's the last time you seen Al Heyman? That motherfucker Bigfoot and shit. So we don't know him. We heard from Sam Watson and Schaefer and Tom Brown and stuff, but we don't know DeBella. We don't even know where Heyman is at. And then Bob Arum, he does press obligations, but he keeps it pretty simple. When's the last time, name somebody that got a, not necessarily a podcast, because that's usually the nature of podcasts, but just a regular YouTube video, where it's one-on-one, and Bob Arum is at Starbucks, and he's giving you an hour and 30, 1 hour and 30 minute interview. Name that. Send me the link to that. Where he's doing a 55-minute sit-down interview with one person, not on a podcast, for like 55 minutes to an hour and a half, hour and 42 minutes, whatever. You never see Bob Arum do that because he's been in the business so long. He probably don't want to do that. That motherfucker want to go home, watch Alex Trebek and shit, Jeopardy or Family Feud or something. Survey says Eddie Hearn, the only all in the video. He's the only one that I know that be doing. Al Heyman for sure ain't doing that. I ain't even seen a 5 minute, 5 second video from Al Heyman. You try to interview Al Heyman, he'll probably just disintegrate, just teleport or some shit like Nightcrawler. He ain't doing no fucking interviews like that. Eddie Hearn's the one that's doing it. He'd be like, hey, Al, can I ask you a question? That's exactly what happened. You try to interview Al Heyman, bro. You run up on Al, find him somehow, because I've been at all these fights. I ain't never seen this dude. I've been at all the top fights, low fights, small fight. I ain't never seen him. But even if you did, that's how the interview's gonna go. You run after him. You got your, you got your camera and mic. Al Heyman. So does Pacquiao want to fight Spence? And he's gonna turn around like this and teleport. That's how Al Heyman interviews be. That motherfucker don't give you no interviews. Stop it. But Eddie Hearn got, Eddie Hearn like that dude, that white dude in Compton or South Central, wherever they were, where he was like, I'm gonna keep it G real. The other day, you asked about me disrespecting my flag, and you had your son, so I wasn't really tripping, cause I didn't really have time like that. But today I got time, cuz. That's how Eddie Hearn, he like the today I got time, cuz dude, bro. He got time for them hour and a half interviews and shit. But today I got time, cuz. And all the people, they be like, yeah, you showed him. Everybody else is working. Eddie Hearn like, yeah. Oh, an hour and a half interview. Today I got time, cuz. You disrespected my flag, asking me how gangster I was. But today I got time, cuz. Run me my fade. Today Eddie Hearn's got time. He got time for sure. He'll give you, or not you, but just select members. And to me, he'll give him an hour and a half, hour, easy. That's what Bob Arum's talking about. Bob Arum don't be doing that. Arum will cuss you out before the 30-minute mark. What you talking about? How many times you gonna ask me some stupid shit? Like, Bob Arum doesn't have the patience to probably, the motherfucker making money. He don't care, bro. He not gonna be just doing that. Trust me. I probably, you can get a cool 5, 10, 15 maybe, you know what I'm saying? Arum ain't, that's OG Bobby Arum. He ain't giving you no fucking hour and a half, non-podcast, non-studio. Stop it. So anyway, we'll see how it plays. I'm just telling you what I see with the Dazn situation. Hopefully they can look at any of these videos, and, strategize their next move. But old media getting fucked up. Today I got time, cuz. You disrespected my flag, asking me how gangster I was. Today I got time, cuz. I told you. We gonna make it Cassidy voice. I'm about to make it hard to eat like toothpaste. My flow dope like I go in the booth and shoot bass. Listen, we about to make it hard to eat like toothpaste. Like Cassidy voice. Shout out to Cassidy. Philly. Shout out to my Akis. I told you, I'm coming. New media. We press into action. Just like you guys like in boxing. I'm about to make it hard to eat like toothpaste. My flow dope like I go in the booth and shoot bass. Deuce, the coupe in the coupe great. Man, I cop guns by the suitcase. Man, I got a gat like that long to your back, dog, to your back gone. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Cassidy. You wore my chain for a month, you be hunchback. I got a gat like that long to your back, dog, to your back gone. I like how Cassidy spit. He be killing. He never changed his style. He just be killing with that. Man, the pump make you levitate. That's like a heavyweight versus a featherweight. I'm in every state. I'm like Hurricane Katrina when the levee break. That's not actually Cass. That's me, but it's okay. Bars. Oh, my gosh. I said the pump make you levitate. That's like a heavyweight versus a featherweight. I'm in every state. I'm like Hurricane Katrina when the levee break. That ain't Cassidy bars. Them some ego bars. I got y'all. I told you this shit like a battle rap to me. I said a heavyweight versus a featherweight. I'm in every state. The punches like Hurricane Katrina when the levee break. Man, I do a drive-by, pull off with the Chevy plates. Oh my gosh, let's get it. I got the Hemi engine. Cassidy versus Freeway was he bodied that, man. That dude was like, I put you to sleep like a boring movie. Oh my, he was killing. He was killing. Yo, put a beat on, nah, bro. And it was both from Philly. Yeah, he got you, bro. I get powder every hour like diaper rat. He said, then pipe and bag it. I get powder every hour like diaper rash. He was killing. Oh my gosh, he was killing. He said, leave you missing like Piper teeth. My flow like NyQuil, put you right to sleep. I like the beat. He was killing. I don't even know what he was saying, bro. I gotta listen to that again. He said, Fiends, I had you missing like Piper teeth. My bars like NyQuil, put you right to sleep, make you bite the heat. Oh my gosh. He was killing. I forgot what he was saying, but he was killing. Make you bite to sleep, have you missing like Piper teeth. My flow like NyQuil, put you right to sleep. He said, bitches pull over because the watch blind them, so they pull over thinking the cops behind them. Man, I pop condoms. I'm like black pepper the way I pop and grind them. Listen, I told you, man, we just having fun. This shit easy to me. This shit real easy. He said, leave you slumped in the dumpster like Brenda, baby. Get out of here. Oh my gosh, old media. You gotta do something, baby. Like I said, you guys say what you want. Bob Arum say what he want. I say what I want. Eddie say what he want. Cool. Who do you believe in? Y'all still believe Wilder messed up? They said Wilder messed up. A couple days later, DAZN doubled the price. Y'all still think he messed up? Getting $100 million for 3 fights, getting the same amount for fight 2 and fight 3. Bob Arum told you the sauce. He already gave you the same thing I've been saying. You doing yourself a disservice because the fight could be worth $200 million when it's said and done, and you stuck at 40. And Joshua and his team and DAZN getting the rest? Hell no. Come on, man. We not stupid. We businessmen. You know that because you find me at my places of business. I told you it was going to be a surgical summer. But I agree with Bob Arum. He had a lot of insight. Joshua. And see, the thing is, like I said, Joshua. See, the thing is, DAZN is trying to secure Josh. He's trying to. They know what. This is too easy for me. Hold on. We got to cut the beat. I want to make sure y'all hear this. One of the problems, Eddie Hearn, he got a little too big for his britches. He came over trying to terrorize America and invade and take over instead of just handling square business, trying to sign people, not rub people the wrong way. You know, like Tyson Fury, Bob Arum stole him from the situation he was in, where now he's getting the cut of Tyson Fury's upcoming fights and probably the Wilder fight. You know, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but if they rematch, he'll probably get paid. So he just finagled his way in. Eddie Hearn told you the game plan before the plan was executed. I never tell people my next move. You know, people try to copy, people try to intercept, people try to prevent, you know, or try to do it for you. Never do that. That's, again, Eddie Hearn, all in the video. One of the things he's kept talking, taking shots at Arum, taking shots Al Heyman, the PBC structure. Oh, they were losing money. You talking about the PBC, what you think happened, which you don't know the numbers. You talking about shit that happened when they first started, but they're years beyond first starting. They actually innovated and brought boxing back. That was kind of hard to say. Brought boxing back to primetime TV, which hadn't been done for a while, you know, since Tyson probably were fighting. So Eddie Hearn, like, he kept talking and rubbing people the wrong way with that type of stuff. And this was Dazn sent out there, you know. Ego, Eddie, pay your wages soon. Don't you worry. That's what's up. You see how they stay. So he said the dumb shit, and we got a super chat, and it wasn't from Eddie Hearn. Right after you said the dumb shit, see, his name is Real Boxing Talk UK. I guarantee you don't got more subscribers than me. He says, "What, an ass lick sent me $10?" You just see, now you're trying to switch it. First of all, you said Eddie Hearn's gonna be paying my wages, and then now you're trying to minimize Ego's Army sending $10 super chat because you sound stupid. So which one is it? First you said Eddie Hearn's gonna pay my wages soon, and then someone sent a super chat. Now you're trying to minimize it. Oh, an ass lick sent me. Let's get to the super chat. Far more important than what this clown's talking about. What Dazn somehow forgot is not everyone fight is pay-per-view worthy. Facts. Outside of Canelo versus Jacobs, Dazn don't have any pay-per-view worthy fights. The rest of their fights are Showtime, Showbox on Friday. Was a joke, you batty crease. But the whole purpose of a joke is for it to be funny. Yeah, I mean, isn't that it? Now you got clapped. Bro, that shit doesn't... I don't know what they think they doing. Like, what they doing? What you doing, dumb? You don't need to be in beef. Because you unemployed don't mean you in the streets. What you doing? Like, what is that doing to me, bro? And to make it worse, it sound like dude had a boxing channel, but you dick riding me. So what does that mean? He said Eddie's gonna be paying my rent or whatever the fuck. Then you got clapped up. Yeah, this is just these dudes. You should focus on your boxing channel. I guarantee you, he got a job. That motherfucker custodian trying to badmouth me. So the joke's really on you, cause you work at an elementary school. You in the unified school district. Kids don't be having them good stomachs and shit. So they stomachs get a little queasy, and you gotta come in with that bag of like that sawdust looking shit when they vomit in the classroom and clean it up. So I don't know why you mad at me for. Be mad at your job. Be mad at them kids. They're the ones eating the Lucky Charms and barfing. I didn't do that. You know, they the ones shitting all on the toilet because it's funny to them. I didn't make that. Eddie Hearn don't pay my bill. Nobody in boxing pay my bill. But, you know, while we're at it, the Box Fan Expo that just acquired, Errol Spence Jr. is going to be there. If you'd like to purchase your tickets from Box Fan Expo, it helps the channel if you support. Link in the description. It's the day of Canelo Jacobs, May 4th. Please consider purchasing your tickets through Boxingego. Second order of business. I'll keep you guys updated for the Box Fan Expo, who is going to be there. But Errol Spence Jr., the man that just beat Mikey Garcia, has signed up for that. So, you know, a great chance and a great opportunity to get some gear from him, meet him. You know, I'm sure pictures and different stuff like that. In addition, you can do a 7-day free trial with ESPN. That also helps the channel. Try ESPN Plus, 7 days for free, courtesy of your boy. Link is in the description of all my videos. And beyond that, it's $4.99 a month. I personally have it. Tyson Fury's fight that we don't really know much about. Tom Schwartz is going to be on there. Lomachenko, the UFC, Terrence Crawford. I'm sure they have a gateway for you to get it, but that's a pay-per-view, so you're going to have to get the pay-per-view. I'll keep you guys updated on the price point. So, yeah, we just working, you know, grinding. But anyway, the zone, yeah, man. I'm just curious how this is gonna all play out because like staying stubborn to go against the grain and not accepting that pay-per-view really is not dead. I don't know how that plays out. You know what I'm saying? Like just anything going against the grain. Like let's say IMAX, like everyone likes to save money, right? We all know that. Everyone likes to save money. But if you go to theaters, right, that show 3D movies in IMAX, me personally, I don't really care about 3D movies. But I've been on dates and then the girl wanted to go to a 3D movie or IMAX. You know what I'm saying? So if you're the theater, a new theater at that in town, and you're trying to go against the grain and say, oh, IMAX is dead, 3D movies are dead, nobody likes that, why pay these crazy prices for IMAX and 3D movies? But no other theater in that proximity is saying 3D movies are dead. No other theater is saying IMAX movies are dead. Then you're cutting yourself out the pie, right? Because what if they come out with Toy Story 4, 3D IMAX? You know how much money they can make on a kids movie and little kids, sometimes in large groups with their parents? You can get 7 tickets at this exuberant amount of money charging for 3D. That's why these are options. I know I'm the king of analogies, so I'm trying my best to help you guys understand this. So you're the only theater in this vicinity that's saying that IMAX, why pay these high IMAX and 3D prices? No other theater is conforming to that. So guess what? You become the odd man out, the odd chain out, because you're the only theater in town not showing IMAX or 3D movies. This, in essence, is what Dazn has done. They said pay-per-view is dead, but the UFC is not saying that. They're still putting on some of the fights on pay-per-view. Showtime, PBC, they never alienated themselves from that business. Bob Arum, Top Rank, ESPN, they have an upcoming pay-per-view. Terrence Crawford, Amir Khan is pay-per-view. They're like, hey, you want to see Crawford in New York against Amir Khan, the speedster, with Shakur Stevenson stepping up in class, with Teofimo Lopez, who always does great. He's been wrecking ball, doing good in New York, especially from New York. Then you got to pay like you weigh. Dazn's the only one opting out by choice, by their own admission, from this slice of the pie. So ultimately, I never understood how the business model would pan out, but we see, it looks like the boat has some holes in it, and they have to plug those holes. I fuck with Teofimo heavy. I'm not saying I like to pay. I put it this way. I pay more than majority of you guys for boxing because I go to cover the fights. I'm a one-man army. I don't have like endorsers. I have like affiliates now. Shout out to Disney. Shout out to ESPN Plus. Shout out to Box Fan Expo. And there's some others coming, most likely, right? But that's just recent. That was just this year. I worked with Box Fan Expo last year. But you guys get it. But I don't have like people paying. I gotta every trip you see me go on, I book it. I pay for it. It comes out of my checking account, right? I told you, we self-sustainable. We work for this. I do that. I don't have no, like, Dazn was flying people out. They never flew me out to no fight, stuff like that. So I guess, like I said, innovation is cool. Change is cool. But you can't come in and changing formulas that aren't really broken. And me personally, like I said, I spend more money than majority of you guys because I was staying at the Omni in Dallas, Texas for 5 days to cover Spence Garcia. I didn't have to pay for, obviously, my credential. I don't pay for the fight, and I got a great seat. But I still have to, do the work, upload it by myself. I had to pay for my flight round trip. And then instead of coming home, I went to New York to pull up on Deontay Wilder to help promote that fight. That comes all out of my pocket. I'm not asking for sympathy, people. I'm just letting you know what it is. So yeah, $100, $75 to support a fight if I wasn't going to it, that ain't shit. Cause I spend more than that on one hotel night. I've been putting in that work, y'all. Stream King. Let me know what you guys think of Bob Arum's comments. Dazn, what do they do? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Covering boxing is the ultimate dream job. It's fun, but it has its challenges. You know, especially when half of the shit I said last year, it took until right now for people to grasp what a... See, you know, like I'm like one of the intricate lyricists in the game. Big L, Eminem, you know, the Jay-Z's, the Biggie. When I spit the punchline, some of y'all don't even get it. And you're like, oh, shit, that shit was weak. And then later, when you play it back and you've been hearing it a couple times, you'll be like, oh, shit, that's what he meant by it. So I'm good with that. You know, I know a lot of y'all listen to mumble rap and shit. Ubba da bubba da bubba, hubba da bubba da tubba da pulla da butter da rudder da cutter da water, you know. But they're going to get it at some point. Believe you me, they're going to get it at some point. You might not understand it when I say it, but more often than not, you're going to get it at some point. I told you all this shit last year. So, Crooked Eye's album's dope. Yeah, I'll support. I fuck with Crooked Eye. He can spit. Death Row East. Salute. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if if you're getting to zone, just drop a comment. Let me know. Holla at the boy. We work.